Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of January 19th through January 25th, 2025. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to thank those people who have liked and shared, recommended, and subscribed to my Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel. If you choose to become a subscriber, it's absolutely free, and as a subscriber, you will get notification when I upload new videos. I'd also like to thank those people who have made donations for my free content. And if you'd like to make a donation, I have left my PayPal link in the description box down below with all of my contact details. Now here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we pull tarot cards and oracle cards, but we always look first into the astrological heavens to see what planetary and celestial energies will be affecting us. And yesterday, for many in the collective, was an absolute doozy. For yesterday, on Friday, January the 17th, there was some massive solar flare activity. And this, along with us still being under a very powerful wolf moon energy that was on the 13th, and we have count them, six major planets are going to be in alignment, and that's coming up on the 25th. We are under some powerful, powerful energies. Both my husband Pete and myself were hit with this enormous wave of fatigue, exhaustion, and had to literally zone out to process these tremendous light codes that were occurring. Rest when you can to integrate. Make sure you hydrate. It's also good to add a pinch of Celtic salt or Himalayan salt to your water to help you digest these light codes better. But listen, really listen to what your body needs now. I did mention that we are still under the Cancer full wolf moon, those powerful energies that was on January 13th. And it's called the wolf moon because the howling of the wolves in the wintertime is more prevalent. Well, this moon marks an important turning point where many old perceptions will be released to the full moon. While this casting off of old layers is happening, we will gain greater clarity as our vision becomes stronger, no longer being clouded and obscured by clinging to the old. This, of course, will allow for the raising of our vibrational frequencies. And there will be many in the collective who will no longer be able to perceive things that are not of their frequency. And yes, this includes our jobs and people, relationships. What this is leading to is that people will start to view the world through different lenses, and hence they will perceive and experience very different versions of realities and very different people to then begin to manifest in their world. My angelic family, who I am part of, is Angel Ariel. We are called the Posse of Angels. The Posse of Angels, and our greatest suggestion now is to purge, let go of, and surrender everything that is not in alignment with ourselves as we raise our consciousness, anything that is not in love, and all that doesn't serve us anymore. Tomorrow, on January 19th, we'll have the sun entering Aquarius, and happy birthday to all of you Aquarians out there. This Aquarius season will have many in the collective thinking ahead, dreaming big, and then dreaming bigger, being inspired to live the life of their dreams, not just dreaming about it. In truth, and in true Aquarius fashion, the water bearer denotes the flow of ideas and gifts for humanity with the ability to tune into the universal mind and to think outside of the box. Many seem to shift from personal ambitions to unifying and uniting to bring about collaborative innovation. Things like getting involved with humanitarian causes, shining our unique, original light, and collaborating with like-minded individuals, creatively working to bring about new ideas for life. Then, on January 21st, we have the Sun, which will conjunct Pluto, which asks us the question, who are we really? This is not to scare us in any way or have us feeling inadequate, but it is there to arouse something within us to reach our true potential and our true power. As we begin to dwell more of our time in the fifth dimension and higher, it can become very challenging to exist in or put any of our focus on the third dimension. As a feeling of oneness is experienced in the higher realms, it's paramount to spend time out in nature in order to ground oneself. Now, the Posse of Angels and I have spoken about the importance of tree hugging and communing with the animals and Mother Nature and Mother Gaia. The Posse of Angels is reminding us not to let anyone else tell you how our lives are going to unfold in 2025, because each of us is creating a different reality than anyone else. It might look similar, but it will not be the same. Each individual's awakening is unique to that particular person. They're reminding us that evolution of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies is exhausting. Again, rest when you can to integrate all the changes that you are going through. As you start to spend more and more time in the fifth dimension and higher, you will start to take on more light. This happens because the cellular memory has been cleared out, and this has removed the old memory templates that are no longer serving our evolved systems. The Posse of Angels would like to address those beings of light who are awakened and evolved. You were prepped, prepared, and equipped in this lifetime to be an example for humanity. The increasing light on the planet will release all pain, present and past, across our beloved planet Earth. For those who are awakened and evolved, who have done such a tremendous amount of clearing and healing and cleansing, this will catapult us further into experiencing joy and bliss. But it will be very painful for those who have not prepared. The reason for this is that they are still operating from lower dimensional energies and from repressed emotions like ego, attachments, beliefs, regrets, anger, resentment, unforgiveness, blame, victimhood, sustained chaos, and fear. There will be many of us who will choose to be way showers to those who are awakening. We're asked to be that pillar of light, the living example showing others that unconditional love and forgiveness are the only path to trod if one desires to ascend. Now the Posse of Angels is reminding us to remember, no matter what has transpired between you and another, it is not your path to work out another individual's karma. In fact, the more we try and intervene, the more it stops them from learning their lessons, and even learning them in hardship and adversity, which are so very necessary and so very important for their evolution. The Posse of Angels is also sharing that everything will happen according to the extent of one's degree of preparation that they've done to become conscious and able to comprehend what the heck is happening here on planet Earth. Those who are prepared will see the manifestation of God Source Creator in their realities, and those who are not prepared and are of lower vibrational consciousness will see struggle, tragedy, pain, and stay in a cycle of chaos. Yes, We as light bringers are here to demonstrate love. As some would say, it's the highest vibrational frequency. But here come the posse of angels, and they are saying that just as high a vibrational frequency is our authenticity. Because when we are in our authentic, divine, eternal natures, we shine brightly. And the more we can radiate and shine our authenticity to the world as light bearers of this new golden era, sharing our message of unconditional love and forgiveness, then not only will we be home, but we will light the way for others to be home as well. So, since this full wolf moon, many in the collective have noticed a difference in the way that they are feeling and perceiving their realities. It's as if we have crossed a new threshold into experiencing a whole new frequency more in line with who we truly are. Some may have found that they are no longer triggered by what is occurring in the third dimension, and that along with unconditional love and compassion, a blanket of neutrality has enveloped us, allowing us to be witness to what is happening in the world and not lose our light. This stepping into a higher crystalline frequency is liberating many to experience their true selves. But at the same time, it's having an enormous effect on our physical bodies to ascend as well, with many in the collective experiencing headaches, extreme exhaustion and fatigue, emotional highs and lows, stomach aches, vertigo, and dizziness. And if we're totally aligned and not feeling any of the above, we may feel overly excited with anxious anticipation as to what is coming, which may be causing our hearts to race, and we need to calm ourselves down and recalibrate our light to balance out our nervous systems. Although this is very difficult for many of us, as we've been waiting for thousands upon thousands of years, some of us, ever since Atlantis, for this time to unfold on our beloved planet. Another thing that many of us are feeling as we transition to higher crystalline vibration is that our bodies may temporarily feel cold internally. This is occurring because the plasma within our blood is adjusting. It's being boosted to higher crystalline energies, and we may experience this internal cold for minutes, hours, or days. It's all felt on an individual basis. Although many of us have been working towards this for the past 12 years or more, this is the demarcation line when we leave the Piscean age and we enter the age of Aquarius, and where nothing ever will be the same. For many, this will entail getting out of their comfort zone and to step up when they hear that clarion call of their soul to be of highest service. Now, the posse of angels have reiterated it many times, and they wish to share it again, that everything, and they do mean everything, is happening for our greatest good and the greatest good of all the collective. The more we can remain in a witness state of neutrality and have total trust in God's source creator, we will profoundly and deeply know that everything is working out as it should. With our eyes locked on this vision of a new era of love, peace, truth, and our focus on the unification of humanity, then we energetically demonstrate to the universe what we will be creating and manifesting in our own reality. The more we perpetuate this focused, positive energy, then we stay in the greatest potential for universal flow of love, peace, and truth that will be there for us. And when I went to my cards, just like last week, they suggested the Sacred Hag's Oracle by Danielle Delsky. Beautiful cards. First card that's coming out for us today is a card of the seasons. And they suggested Seasons of the Mud-Caked Hands. And it's number 20. That could be a number 2. That could be us unifying with the collective. It could be us unifying more with spirit. It could be the partnerships and the soul tribe connections that are coming in for us, of a higher vibration for us to be romantically involved with, or in friendships, or in business partners. But that's some of the things that the two signifies, and also there's more harmony in people coming together. The message from the season of the mud-caked hands is nurturing. With all that is happening in the world, the posse of angels wish to remind all of us that even if you think you're not doing enough for the world, you truly are. They're adding that your very existence is such a blessing and provides beautiful nourishment for the planet. Anything that we do on top of that, well, it's just like icing on the cake. The posse of angels is sharing that we did not choose to incarnate on this beautiful planet to always be searching for what is next to come. They wish for us to try an exercise, to take a few minutes to celebrate a small part of our life for which we are grateful, and allow a momentary focus on it to bring a smile to our weary faces. And the posse of angels, and I know how exhausted and weary you are, traversing the transition from your former disappearing lives to lives in the higher dimensions, not to mention watching the old world figuratively and literally burn to ashes. But they're reminding us that we are never here to save the world, but to nourish and nurture our own piece of this beloved planet by balancing and keeping our energies within high, bright, inspired, and hopeful. That is the best way that we can contribute. Many have bought into the lie that we always have to be questing and never resting. Take a few of your precious moments to close your eyes, breathe in the majesty, the magic, and the beauty of yourself and your importance to our God-given planet. I paused for a moment to do this exercise and thought about the Arctic temperatures that we have been experiencing, with so much snow on the ground covering all the plant life. Pete and I throw out our organic vegetable scraps each night for the woodland neighbors. Each morning we're blessed to receive a visit from our resident rabbit. We first met her a year ago on Christmas Day, and naturally, her name is Christmas. While taking a few moments from rushing around before work, I allowed myself to watch her munch and to nibble on broccoli and asparagus stalks. My heart rate slows down. My appreciation for the wonders of life expand in those moments, and I'm once again in a receiving mode of just being instead of constantly doing, and more doing. And during this season of our mud-caked hands, to nourish ourselves, we get this one. And this is the Fern Forest, number 53. And this is the medicine. And our medicine is the medicine of fractals. Once again, the Posse of Angels is emphasizing that we take time to sit back and we marvel at this beautiful world. If we were to take time to look closely at a fern, we would see the hundreds and hundreds of individual leaves adding to the whole plant. Much like the fern, we are all individuals contributing to a larger collective. We're all pulsating cells within a larger global heart. Now, once again, the Posse of Angels wish us to focus on what we can do for the world by focusing inside of ourselves. They're saying that if each of us could spend some time in sacred solitude, living as you would hope the world might live, in more peace, more love, more harmony, then what would you do? And then I went to my woodland neighbors, my woodland wardens, speaking about my woodland neighbors, and this card came up, which is Mr. Beaver, could be Mrs. Beaver, and the birch. And that message is all about home. Just like the beaver, each of us has journeyed far and wide to find our way to create our new home. The first thing that we had to do was to deconstruct our old realities that were so often built on lower vibrational frequencies like blame, shame, guilt, competition, victimhood, dishonor, and disrespect. Now that many in the collective have deconstructed their former lives and blessed it for the lessons that it taught us, bless the souls who played their part, so often in contrast, that helped us to grow. We now know what is of greatest importance to us and how we will never again build our lives on anyone else's idea of what is best for us. The birch is about new beginnings, and so many of us this year will realize that our dream-like homes and also those new beginnings of being of best service around this. So thank you to the beaver, and thank you to those wonderful Sacred Hags card. Now let's finish off, as we often do, with Divine Doors. Let's see what cards are coming in for us today. Okay. One shuffle. I shuffled these cards before, maybe one more shuffle. And then see what other messages come in. Oh, that one just came out. Didn't want to stop. Just suggesting a few more. Okay. Oh, there's one. Oh, and that one's on the floor. Of course it's on the floor. There, get that one. Okay. Next. Well, the first card that came out for us was this one. We see a Buddha sitting in the sunlight, and it's the card of offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows, share more than expected, and see love come around. So at this time, many will see opportunities and offers opening for them, especially with the alignment of those 6 major planets that is happening between now and is supposed to happen on the 25th. I just said to a client earlier today that between now, which is the 18th, weekend of the 18th, 19th, and the 25th, really focus your intention on what job you want to be of service, where do you want to be in the world, what does your house look like, because the rate of manifestation is skyrocketing with those 6 planets being in alignment now. The next card, as we talk about moving or traveling, is walkabout. You discover your path is sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. Well, and as I mentioned before, go out and hug a tree. We find so much wisdom in nature. But so many of us will be not only traveling, but we will be moving locations this year where we can be of best service to ourselves and others. And our third card is this one. The door is just a bit ajar for us, and it's the Sacred Lotus. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Many people may know this, some may don't, that the lotus is one of the slowest opening flowers that there is. It grows in the mud, and the analogy is that we have been through many challenges, many trials, many struggles to come to this year of 2025. And now we are blossoming. We have grown up through the mud of those challenges and those trials to be these beautiful, radiant flowers, and we will see the rewards and the blessings from having stayed true to our path, and we will be the shining light and that beautiful flower to help others to shine their light as well as planet Earth goes into a new era, a new golden era of humanity, of love, compassion, forgiveness, and unity. So I hope that's been helpful to you all. If you want to find out more about my healing practice, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. And everyone go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and angel blessings. Do remember that Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom airs every week on Saturdays, for the most part. And if I don't get it up on Saturdays, then on Sundays it will appear. But I'm wishing you love and angel blessings. And I do look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.